Alright viewers, welcome to our Free Concept TV. Headline: Tinubu is trying to cut off the resources of the Islamic terrorists in the country. All service chiefs, including the Inspector General of Police, were granted permission by President Bola Tinubu to leave their position. National Security Advisor has been named Nunu Rabidu. Security analyst Femi Dare claimed that Nunu Rabidu lack of military background won't hinder his ability to do his job. He said that the president's strategy to address national security was the main focus of the appointment. He claimed that Bola Tinubu wanted to stop the state Islamic terrorists from receiving resources. The last amount of terrorists will be prevented, in his opinion, by tracking their resources. We all know Nunu Rabiu, who used information and intelligence from all around the world to maximize that when he was the chairman of the EFCC. The speaker remarked the nation's Islamic terrorists are being isolated from their resources by the president. We will have significant lessen terrorism by keeping an eye on their resources. All service chiefs, including the Inspector General of Police, were granted permission by President Bola Tinubu to leave their position. National Security Advisor has been named Nunu Rabidu. Security analyst Femi Dare claimed that Nunu Rabidu lack of military background won't hinder his ability to do his job. He said that the president's strategy to address national security was the main focus of the appointment. He claimed that Bola Tinubu wanted to stop the state Islamic terrorists from receiving resources. The last amount of terrorists will be prevented, in his opinion, by tracking their resources. We all know Nunu Rabiu, who used information and intelligence from all around the world to maximize that when he was the chairman of the EFCC. The speaker remarked the nation's Islamic terrorists are being isolated from their resources by the president. We will have significant lessen terrorism by keeping an eye on their resources. Alright viewers, you have listened to today's news. Well, concerning the appointment of some persons, there were people that served with President Buhari, and after everything, the new president was elected, which is Bola Tinubu. And so when every government comes into office, they will have the people they want to work with. They might decide to work with the person that they met, the people that the former president left. They might decide to work with them. I said, no, I can't work with these people. I need to bring in my own people. And I know that during Buhari regime, Tinubu would have been watching all the people working with Buhari to know those that are competent, those that will be able to do what he wants while he was watching and while he was aiming and contesting for the presidential position in Nigeria. So I feel him telling those that were in office before he came in to leave, to resign, is not something that is bad, because he knows those he can work with, and he knows those that are capable of doing what he will want them to do. Now Nunu is coming on to say that the reason why Mr. Buhari says the National Security Advisor had been named Nunu Rabidu. Security analyst Femi Dare claimed that Nunu Rabidu lack of military background won't hinder his ability to do his job. Okay. I think because the fact that the president has appointed Nunu to be the new security advisor is a good thing, and I feel like people are actually really talking, because they feel like since Nunu does not have a military background, so how would he know what to do, when to do what to do, and how to tackle security issues? So now Femi Dare, security analysis, has come out to say that the fact that Nunu does not have a security background does not mean that he's not capable. And the reason why the president sent those people that were there was because the terrorists are having information. This is a thing. I do say it. There is no way that they will find out things without an insider telling them the plans that they've already crafted out, that the army, the military personnel have already crafted out to do. There is no way they don't have an insider in the military in the military sector. There is no way. So now, Ifemi Dare is not saying that the reason why they picked Nunu Rabidu is because they don't want the terrorists to have any access to any information. Now, I don't know the former one that they sacked, if he's giving them any information. I don't know. Do we understand? I don't know. But the fact that the president sacked a lot of people means a lot of things. So that Femi is now trying to explain, because it had the reason. I think the reason why a lot of people are really angry why he appointed Nunu Rabidu, who doesn't have a military background and all that, is because of the security issues. But Femi is trying to explain that him lacking military background does not mean he will not know what to do. Well, I pray so. You understand? I pray so. He also said he said the president's strategy to address national security was the main focus of the appointment. You understand? The reason why Nunu was appointed was the fact that they needed to fix the security aspect of the country, which has gone down the drain. Our security in this country is not tight, so they need to make it very tighter if we want this country to be stable, peaceful, and all that. We need to tighten the security aspect of the country. So I think that's why the president first of all focused on that. You understand? So the report said he claimed that Bola Tinubu wanted to stop the state Islamic terrorists from receiving resources. You see, from receiving resources. So I know that the president, because Bola Tinubu is not an ordinary man. They call him boss of Lagos. He has been in the game of politics way back, so he knows what goes around. He knows what people do behind the scene. He knows. So for him to send some people away and appoint some people, he knows. So he said, the boss said they don't want Islam terrorists to be receiving resources. There are so many resources, information, physical resources, and information also. So I believe the reason for all this thing is so that terrorists will not be able to receive resources. And the report says the least amount of terrorism will be prevented, in his opinion, by tracking their resources. You understand? By tracking it. Because when you track where the resources are coming from, you'll be able to know who is bringing it. Do you get? You will know who is bringing it. Then it will help to know how to do what to do. Now, what has been on the mind of people is why the president only appointed the North and the West. That has been the second complaint of the people. I feel the president really still needs to do something about it. He needs to reshovel the state and try to put people from other places, other tribes that are competent to do the work. Okay. All right, viewers, we have come to the end of today's news. Please do watch for the comment section. Let's know what your views are. Thank you for listening.